Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FM Reboot. It's episode number 18, and today we are returning with the penultimate episode of Season 2 as we play 2 of our final 4 games in the Premier League campaign. We've got the Blades at home and the Magpies away, as we are on the brink of European football qualification. Before we get to the games, though, shall we get on off camera? And also, we've got a new youth intake, but as always, there's no one good from it. We'll get to that in a minute. So, of course, in the last episode, you saw our thrilling 3-2 victory over Aston Villa in a Midlands derby and then a goalless draw at Goodison Park, which I called a good result. And it didn't actually look that way when we lost the following game of 4 off camera, 3-0 at home to Manchester United, all 3 goals coming in the first half. And now, to be fair, I did change quite a few players around as we had a much bigger game on the weekend, but still lost by 3-0. Greenwood scored the first. I think Patricio probably should have saved the second after Bruno Fernandes wrapped up the points half an hour in. At that point, it became about damage limitation, and we did limit the damage because that was the only those were the only goals we conceded. But I was starting to worry. 1 win in 4. Only 4 points picked up from 12. The following 3 games, how would we respond? The answer? Absolutely brilliantly. Start off a 2-0 win against Brighton and Hove Albion. Dama Traore was subpar season this year, but nothing subpar about this finish. Glorious strike 11 minutes in, then in stoppage time, clinging on to a 1-0 lead. JWP off the bench. As we know, this guy from dead ball situations is just as deadly as it gets. Free kick bent in, 2-0, 3 points in the bag. Job done. And then following that, back-to-back trips to West London away from home against Fulham and Brentford. Won the first of which against our former FM team at the moment, which might come back very soon. Beat them by 1-0. João Moutinho scoring the only goal of the game. Wonderful free kick there at Craven Cottage. And the final game in the run off camera was a 4-0 demolition job of bottom place Brentford. Looking likely they might well be going down now. Didn't score any goals in the first half, and at half time I was thinking, do you know what? This could go either way here. Brentford scrapping for points and us needing them at the other end of the table. Could go either way. And in the end, it went to the visitors, thank God for that. Pedro Neto gave us the lead. Then we saw Raul Jimenez bag a brace in between his 2 goals. James Ward-Prowse once again. What a signing he has been from Southampton. 4-0 the final score in a destruction in West London. And again, 3 straight wins means with 4 games to go, position 4 is where we are. Champions League is right around the corner. And it's in our own hands. Destiny is in our own hands. If we win, I believe, it's true, if we win our remaining 4 games, we qualify for the Champions League. And I think, actually, if we win 3 of our remaining 4 games, I think that'll do it as well. We're also only 1 win away from guaranteeing 7th place as well, due to us being 8 points clear of Everton, who are in 8th place right now. Please don't choke it again. Yeah, after that loss to Manchester United, I was thinking, God, if we fail to win our next 3 games, then I can see us doing it just like last season. Totally bottling it and failing to qualify for any sort of European competition. But now, we hold all the cards and destiny is in our own hands. So, before we dive into the first game, we have had a youth intake. I think we've just given the players academy deals, though. Have we? I think we might have done. Yeah, we have. This is the standout from this year's youth intake. I can't pronounce the first name. Is it Rory? Reed, a young Scottish midfielder. I mean, technically, to be fair already, he's got some decent stats, 14 dribbling, 17 technique, 14 passing, but with the unambitious personality, I don't know. Youth intakes for me in FM, there's very rarely I'll get excited about a player, and sometimes players will surprise me and they'll start to develop, because again, it's very early doors when you pick them up. They're 15 or 16 years old, but even so, most of the time they become squad players at the absolute best. Now in the FA Cup, you might be interested to see what's happened here. As you can see, the semi-finalists just played the FA Cup finals between Manchester United and Liverpool, and I can tell you this right now, I'm buzzing, because what that means is 7th place is now officially available for Europa Conference League. Because the Red Devils won the Carabao Cup, they're guaranteed that anyway, but now because the FA Cup is going to be decided by teams that right now, are both in the top 4, that means that 7th is going to guarantee ECL football at the very, very worst. So, yeah, 5th, 6th and 7th this season, just like last year to be fair, are all European spots. And if we win the first of the 2 games today, the lowest we can finish is 7th, as we will go 11 points clear of Everton with 3 games to go. Pressure? Nerves? Can we handle it this season? We couldn't do it last year, and we learned from our mistakes. Let's go find out. So, heading to the game, as you can see, no one is injured. I mean, the writing's on the wall. Something bad is going to happen. It always does when no one's injured. And this is our team: 4-2-3. Or Patricia, Nuri, Cody, Big Chris, and Semedo with Nevers and Ford through the middle. Traore and Nato the inside forwards, and Martinez puts Jimenez up top. And on the bench, you've got Bettinelli, Bolly, Roberts, Ward-Prowse, Pedence, Trincao, and Fabio Silva as well. First of two, it's the Blades with nothing to play for. Win this game, and we guarantee European football of some sort. Come on, Wolves. Obviously, I've been mentioning it all the way through the season. You know, top four was not something I was thinking about at all. But now, if we win this game, we go 6 points clear of Chelsea in fifth. Arsenal will still have the game in hand. Yes, we've got the worst goal difference record out of the teams that are just below us in the table right now. However, destiny will still be in our own hands with just 3 games to go at finishing in that fourth and final Champions League spot. And you best believe I'm getting really nervous right now. So first highlight, falling early. Get an early goal, and that will settle so much pressure. 2 bites at the cherry. Couldn't gobble it up either time. Chance remains alive. Right, Nuri looking for space to cross, and Jimenez heads just over. Fast start, though. That's what you want to see right from the get-go. Put the pressure on. What did I say pre-game? Here's the game. As you can see, no one is injured. I mean, the writing's on the wall. Something bad is going to happen. It always does when no one's injured. I mean, seriously. How long can you go in a season without no injuries? One is always going to be right around the corner. Raul Jimenez, top scorer in the league, going for back-to-back golden boots, down with a potential knee injury. And that means that the kid, the 19-year-old, 19? Is he 19 now, Fabio Silva? Yes, he is indeed. Comes on in place of our star Mexican striker. I'm calm. I'm relaxed. I'm chilled. I'm feeling cool right now. It's half time and it's still 0-0. No, it's not. Oh, God, no, it isn't. No, it's not. Well, it might be, but I don't think it will be. Or it is for now. Header from the corner over. And we are indeed deadlocked at the break. Jimenez is off. And that was a warning sign right there. What we are witnessing right now is potentially the early stages of the bottle. We can still win this, keep working hard, and it will come. 45 minutes to go. And now I'm starting to feel a bit nervous. Points not a bad result. Again, it will be 3 points clear of Chelsea. Now, of course, they do have a better goal difference record, so we'll need to keep that in mind. But again, it'll be a big missed opportunity here. The Blades got nothing to play for. We are at home. We should be targeting the win after 3 straight. So disappointed. We've only really had the 1 chance in the game so far. And not a single shot has tested Aaron Ramsdale yet. Nato down the right loses possession and the Blades win it back. But there is you-know-who, the mental man, Morton Forsby. Semedo. Crosses cleared. Kovalenko. Long ball. Oh, thank God for Rui. How many points has this guy won me? Rian sent forward. Patricia with the save. Still 0-0. For now. 25 minutes on the clock. And I'm going to make a sub. Nato off for Francisco Trincao. I've left Forsby on a booking as a ball midfielder. I rarely ever do that, so I'll change his role to box-to-box. I might take him off as well for James Ward-Prowse with his dead ball ability. That can come in so handy. 18 minutes. And we're still tied. 1 win from our final 4 is all we needed. And I thought we'd get it straight away in this one. But we didn't. Held to a goalless draw. The Blades blunt us. Pun fully intended. And that will do it. I'll say you're unlucky. I don't want to go harsh on the boys. It's a clean sheet, which is nice to see. But the point is a missed opportunity. Arsenal can cut the gap to 2. And Raul Jimenez is done for the season as well. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. 5 to 6 week injury, sprained knee ligaments. Our Mexican striker going for back-to-back golden boots is now done for the rest of the campaign. Okay. I actually don't know when Arsenal's game in hand is going to come. God, like Nuri is progressing so nicely, by the way. Still only 20 years old. Yeah, I don't know when Arsenal's game in hand is going to come because obviously they played yesterday. Or I should say the day before us, and they've got Brighton on the weekend. That's a day before our game at St James's. So I'm trying to see a time when they're playing in midweek, but at the moment I can't find it. So I think it actually might be, yeah, it is, the penultimate game of the weekend, away at Old Trafford as well. So that is a big boost for us. due to how many fixtures they've got to squeeze in between now and the end of the season. So we still have destiny in our own hands, and I think we're still favourites for 4th, but we can't afford any more slip-ups. So just before our second and final game, games the day before on this Saturday, quite a few to keep your eyes on here. Well, 2 mainly. Arsenal away at Brighton and Everton away at Fulham is the late kickoff, so we'll see if the Seagulls can do us a favour there against the Gunners. That'll be their game in hand for now, and they did not. They lost 3-0, but because Fulham tied with Everton, I believe... It's not. Okay, I was going to say, surely it would, but it's 8 points. But they've only got 2 games to go. How can that make sense? Well, as far as I'm concerned, we just qualified for the Europa Conference League, courtesy of Fulham, the boys doing us a favour by holding Everton. How is that not showing in the table? 7th is now officially a European spot because of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. No one else can make up the point gap. So I don't understand that. Look, as far as I'm concerned, the game might not be telling me we've done it, but as far as I'm concerned, we've done it. No matter what happens, we've got European football of some kind next season, and that would be at the very, very worst Europa Conference League. And now the board want to give me a new contract. It's all smiles. Can you imagine if I disagreed and said, I think the club will be better off investing the money that this would cost into other potential improvements? I mean, Jesus, mate. Imposter syndrome or what? But we'll get the new contract very shortly, and there we go. Can you remember the start of the season? The board wanted me gone. They gave me the points challenge. Oh, how the turntables. Now we're on the brink of Champions League football. Spurs vs Chelsea at 3 PM as well. Huge boost for us with the 2 of the teams below us right now facing each other. And can I just go down here? Thank you very much. And even though the game may not say it, we've guaranteed Europa Conference League at the very earliest, but now I'm targeting the big ticket, the Champions League. Let's see if we can do it in the absence of Raul Jimenez. So 4-2-3-1, that's the only change. Patricio on goal, back for right, Nuri, Cody, Big Chris, and Semedo, and Neves and Forsby through the middle. Trey on the left, Nato on the right, and Moutinho to support now. The kid, Fabio Silva, with the pressure on the 19-year-old shoulders. On the bench, Bettinelli, Bolly, Roberts, Ward, Prowse, Pedestri, Cal, and Cutrone as well. Second and final game of Magpies. Massive game for both teams at opposite ends of the table. Come on, Wolves. Yeah, we can effectively secure qualification for the Europa Conference League at worst with a win here. But that's not true. It's already been done. There's no way. Look, I know I failed maths, but even I know you can't get that amount of points with just 2 games to go. So I don't really understand why the game hasn't worked that out, but fair enough. Still a win, and we'll be 2 more of those away from Champions League football. God, please don't bottle it. Seriously, please don't bottle it. I mean, all the remaining fixtures we've got as well are more than winnable. More than winnable. We're the favourites in all 3 of them. If we do miss out on the Champions League, I can't believe you're saying this, man, but if we do miss out on the Champions League, it'll be a choke. From this position, it'll be a choke. Because again, Spurs and Chelsea are facing each other. Arsenal have still got to go to Old Trafford. I mean, the stars have aligned here for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Don't bottle it now. I would have taken 7th, 6th or 5th, but now, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll still be pleased enough with Europa League football, but there's a huge difference between Europa League and Champions League, as you know. And I don't think I've ever, in a save before... Oh, Fabio Silva got to finish from that range, mate. How would you hit the post from there? I don't think I've ever bypassed the Europa Conference / Europa League and gone straight to the Champions League before. If we can pull this off in Season 2, I think it's the first time I've done that. That's yours, Traore. There we go. There we go. He picks up so many loose balls. And his finishing touch just hasn't been there this season. And I'm gutted as well. He's a shadow of the player he was last season, man. He got 3-4 goals this year? Last season he was lights out. Still goalless in North London, which again does us a big favour there. It keeps Chelsea below us by 3. The point gap stays the same, and Spurs will be 6 points behind with 2 games to go. That'll mean 1 point will guarantee at the very lowest 6th, which again is Europa League. 7th is Europa Conference League, 5th and 6th Europa League. So if the points stay the same there, I won't mind this result as much. Subbing our inside forwards off of fresh legs down the flanks with 10 minutes to go. I don't want to change the tactics because, again, we've not played especially badly. We've had a couple of good chances, just haven't taken them. And that's one of the most frustrating things, when you've actually had the opportunities, you just haven't converted them. Oh, Moutinho. Can you imagine, like, final game for the club, bangs in the game winner to go as Champions League football? What a way to bow out. That would be, like, the best timeline for me, you know. Match day 38, tied at 0-0, need a win to get Champions League football, and João Moutinho bends in a free kick from 25 yards. Spurs have beaten Chelsea. We've drawn goalless back-to-back. You're unlucky. You're unlucky. God, we're bottling it again for the second straight season. Oh, God. Okay. I can't believe both my games finished 0-0 today. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, the Spurs game was a late kickoff, wasn't it? So it's still getting played there. I think one more continue, we'll see the full-time result. And, well, Trevor Chalobah scored a late one, but in the end, Spurs still got the win. So, oh, man. It means we haven't even guaranteed Europa League football yet. Apparently, according to the game, we don't even guaranteed Europa Conference League yet. But I know we have. Oh, unless... That's a thought. I have just thought of something. And it's not Everton. Now, where are Leeds? It was Everton and Leeds that last year finished in those European spots. Oh, I did not realise that. Leeds are in the Europa Conference League semi-finals and they won the first leg by a 0-0 and they're probably going to the final. Now, if they win that... I don't know what that means for qualification. I don't know what that means. I don't know for sure. But I think if you win the Europa Conference League, you go into the Europa League for next season. I think it goes like one step up, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if you're in the Europa League getting the Champions League, I think it sort of like has that same sort of like knock-on effect. So I think that'll mean if Leeds win that, then they'll get a Europa League spot. And what that means is that I think it'll be 5th Europa League and 6th Europa Conference League. Which means that 7th will give you nothing. Which means I was wondering why that's not showing up. That's the reason why. Oh my God. How did we draw back-to-back 0-0? There's 2 games to go. And there was me thinking, don't bottle Champions League. We might bottle that. Bottle Europa League and Europa Conference League as well. If we do that 2 seasons in a row, Jeff is going to retract that contract offer. But that was this episode of the FM Reboot, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, despite the back-to-back stalemates. And we'll return with the season finale. Oh my God, there was me thinking it's celebration no matter what. We might be in tears coming to the end of that episode. Bournemouth away, the Cherries nothing to play for, and the same for the Foxes at home. Surely, all we need is one bloody win. Surely we can do it. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the season finale of the FM Reboot very soon. Don't miss it. This could be an epic choke job once again. Surely not again.